taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak.
The kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension.
There he goes, left side.
Inside the 20, Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You look at this Colt defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He's got his target complete, and he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Steelers at 10-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Completes it to Austin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Throwing on first down, Gabriel.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. And that'll be incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Sermon looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Wilson is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Gabriel.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
You look at this Steeler defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big. Be able to hold someone to no gain. Oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
Back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Well, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Gabriel. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Gabriel.
He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Back to throw.
Gabriel. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
To throw on 2nd down. Gabriel. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Again, it's Taylor.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Third and 4.
Looking to throw.
Gay, and he'll find Pittman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Pittman's first catch, good for a 1st down. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
98 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Gay. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for.
But now it'll be 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Gay. That's going to be caught by Downs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Josh Downs high in the air to bring it in. And the Colts have regained the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. Throwing to start the drive. Gabriel. And this is going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And Taylor going to pick up the Colts' first down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line. Looking to throw. Gay escapes the sack. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Downs going in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Back to throw. Gay under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They start the drive here with Gainwell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over and out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You could tell he was searching for a hole, trying to find a running lane. There just was none to be found.
Yeah, that's because the big guys in the middle are just clogging everything up. Might want to think about stretching the line splits out a little bit.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Boswell for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing to start the drive. Gay. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Gay.
This pass left side to Downs.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Got his man, it's Warren.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Operating from the gun, Gay. He completes this to Sutton. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, it's a short trip in the Sunshine State down to Miami, as the Dolphins are at home as well. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Detroit Lions. Jared Goff, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. We saw former rushing champ Jonathan Taylor be a big-time factor in that first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Second down and 4.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. And his throw here is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. This is 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Gabriel. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
40 yards.
And the Steelers have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Gay. Now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second to look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the gun on third down. Gay able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
On 3rd down,
Gay. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time we balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. They run behind center with Gainwell. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to them?
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Boston, the man in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
So he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set, yellow, 22.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
For the guys on defense, this has been a physically taxing drive, but it's also hurt them mentally because they just gave up another first down, and now they're confronted with how do we stop these guys and get off the field.
Wilson with a first down carry.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 110 yards rushing for him now to this point. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw. Gay. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Gay. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he gets it down to the 32. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Gay. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Taylor forcing his way into the end zone. He was not to be denied. It's a touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Second and 7.
60 red. Watch out now. 50 fury. Red. Cycle.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Cameron Sample there to make the play defensively.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Wilson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And as this drive began, the offense had to be thinking touchdown, knowing the situation. Even after that loss, touchdown still on their minds. This is a one-possession game. A field goal doesn't do them a whole lot of good.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from there. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Kenneth Gainwell.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Throwing to start the drive. Gay. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Gay. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Colts on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On 1st down, Gay.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw. Gay. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. To throw on third down. Gay. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 5.
Ultra. Hey, go Fury.
That one looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Steelers,
They remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.